Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Cancer. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. All right, so your person's energy, we see the King of Cups. So you could be dealing with somebody who has strong water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in their chart. Your energy, the Nine of Cups in reverse, okay? And the connection, we see the Strength card, Leo energy showing up in reverse. Okay, so I feel like there's a little bit of doubt, a little bit of back and forth, or there's a lack of confidence as to where this connection is going. It can also indicate that ego is playing a role in what's going on between the two of you. It may also be that there are some insecurities coming from both sides. Now, your person is showing up as the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this person, I do think they have strong feelings for you, Cancer, with the King of Cups. But I also feel like this is someone who doesn't wear their heart on their sleeve. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse can indicate that this person hasn't really been pulling their weight in this connection, or that because of some insecurities or possibly because of ego, they've just been tossing you some breadcrumbs here, okay? So let's see. We have Hermit energy in reverse. So I do think your person may sometimes feel a little bit nervous, anxious, or insecure. The shadow attributes of Virgo energy can also be overanalysis paralysis. But I also feel with the Hermit in reverse, you have someone who's been thinking a lot about you, thinking about this connection, and I kind of feel they want to get something off of their chest. All right, now they're viewing you, Cancer, as the Ten of Swords in reverse. So I do get some sort of energy of redemption here. So it could be that they want to heal things and they want to communicate, or they want a fresh start with you. Or some of you, I feel like this person has been healing from something extremely painful, and they see, or they're hoping for some sort of new beginning here with you. But Cancer, you're showing up as the Nine of Cups in reverse, which is you may be thinking about walking away from this connection. You may be feeling emotionally drained by what's going on here. And some of you, you're not seeing longevity here. You're thinking or feeling maybe this is just someone who's around for a good time, but not a long time. With the Three of Cups energy in reverse, it could be because you feel like things aren't coming together, although I'm pretty sure you do feel like there's a soulmate connection here. But you may also have other options, or there may be some sort of third party here that you feel is interfering. So it may be somebody else that you're interested in or dealing with, or maybe you feel like this person has some sort of third party, because the Six of Pentacles in reverse may make you feel like maybe they're dealing with somebody else. Or maybe there's somebody else in the picture. Now that could even be an ex, or it could be them reacting to some sort of past hurt or past trauma. Now you're viewing this person as the Hanged Man in reverse, Pisces energy. So I do think you're starting to see this person differently. I think you're also realizing like this person isn't hanging out. And what I mean by that is like maybe you feel they're not holding space for you, Cancer. Maybe you feel like they're moving on, or they're moving on quickly from you or from this, not putting in the right time and effort. So with Strength in reverse, Leo energy, I just feel there's a little bit of there's some ego at play here. I also think there's a lack of confidence, and there's some insecurities that are really affecting this connection. But what's interesting, Cancer, is your person is viewing this connection as the Six of Swords. So this person feels like, the Six of Swords is an energy of peace and balance. They do see this connection as moving forward. I just feel like they haven't let you know that, or their actions are not really supporting that. And you're viewing the connection as the Queen of Cups. So despite you feeling like maybe this isn't going to work out, or maybe things aren't moving forward, or maybe I can't trust this person, you do feel like there's a King and a Queen of Cups connection, something very emotional, something next level, that there's love here, that there are feelings here, that you're a good match. All right. But with the Death card, Scorpio energy, I feel like a lot of my Cancers, you're really considering whether or not this is over, or whether or not this connection can transform. I mean, it does feel like something here absolutely has to transform in order for you to feel confident enough to, you know, really emotionally invest or continue to hold space for this. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about your person. What do my Cancers need to know about their person, please? All right, so we see moonlight, enchantment, magic. Okay, so I do feel like this person does have very deep romantic feelings for you. They may feel like you're spiritually or telepathically connected. This person may also be trying to manifest you, but the way that it's reading, or the way that you're interpreting that, is kind of like they don't care, they're not interested, they're not coming forward, they're not pursuing. Okay, and we see passage. So your person is in the process of, I don't want to say a transformation per se, but I do think that your person does want to take things to the next level. But I do think that there's been some hesitation, and most likely they've been tossing some breadcrumbs, trying to get a read on you, Cancer. But I do see them wanting to move forward. And we see Strength card. I love the ancient oak spirit, because it tells me that this person has that strength and that stability to offer this connection. They may be building up the strength and courage to come towards you, to say what they need to say. And I actually think you're going to be quite surprised by what it is they have to say, or how they're really feeling, because I think it's different than what you're interpreting. Not because you're interpreting it wrong, but because their actions are a little bit misaligned with how they feel. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we need to know about them, or what's going on with them. Okay, we see Axe. All right, so we see breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So I'm wondering if this person is maybe giving you a little bit of the silent treatment, with this, breadcrumbing energy. Some of you, you're in separation from this person and they do want to heal things. But for a lot of you, I feel like this person is recognizing that you may be turning your attention elsewhere, moving in a different direction. Okay, but I think they also realize that there's a certain pattern here that needs to come to an end if they do want to transform this connection. And we see endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So it does look like your person feels like this connection is transitioning. And again, if there's been an ending, this person definitely sees some sort of new beginning here with you. But I also feel like your person, this could be somebody who's like a widow or a widower, or they've experienced painful endings in love, and that's kind of the way what they're reacting to here. They do see this potential new beginning with you, Cancer. Or they see this as, like I said earlier, redemption or a new beginning that has a lot of potential to be something more. All right, so let's see what's going on with you here. We see Phoenix. So for a lot of you, there is a reconciliation vibe here. But like I said, not for all of you. So you're getting ready for a new phase or a rekindling. There may be an injection of new energy and transformation here. We see growth and we see changed mind. Now you are starting to view this person differently, or you will be viewing them differently shortly. Now we do see seduction. Now this is the second time this is coming through in this reading, and we see attraction, flirting, and dating. So I do think there's that energy between the two of you. Some of you might be hooking up with this person, or maybe you've had an intimate, physical connection with this person. But we also see temptation through third party. And it does look like it's showing up in your energy. So for some of my Cancers, you're trying to decide between this person and someone else. Or if you feel like this person is dragging their feet and taking their time, you're thinking about, well, maybe I should redirect my attention elsewhere. And for others of my Cancers, if that's not the case, if you don't have anybody else, you're not thinking about anybody else, you're not focused on anybody else, you may be concerned that this person has a third party, although I'm not really seeing it in their energy, although, you know, the Six of Pentacles in reverse can be that they're giving their energy to more than one person. All right, so you do want to trust your intuition, Cancer. Okay, what else do we need to know here? All right, we see mastery. So you've learned the spiritual lesson, Cancer. So this is really about relying on the karmic lessons that you've learned and trusting it, okay, or trusting them. And this friendship is leading to more. So some of you, this is a friend's situation, you know, that you're starting to see this person differently, or you're trying to figure out, you know, can this connection transform into something more, or is it better off just to leave it as it is? Okay, so let's see what their very next actions are towards you. What are their very next actions towards you? All right, we see the Knight of Coins. So this person is coming towards you. This is somebody who's going to, you know, this is investment, right? So if you guys are friends, they're going to continue to be who they normally are to you. Okay, but we see the Chariot card in reverse. So it's very slow and steady. There's not going to be some sort of big bang, some big, huge emotional confession. This person is still very slow moving. I feel like they do want to preserve the relationship or the friendship here, but you know, the Knight of Coins isn't about major change. So their actions, I feel, in the next couple of days or week or so aren't going to be very different than what you've been experiencing. All right, so let's go ahead and see, what else we need to know here, please, Spirit. So we see Divine Masculine. The masculine energy exhibits action, assertion, logic, and reason with strength, which allows progression forward. Okay, so again, we all have masculine and feminine energies. You know, this may be, you know, I feel like it's important to take a look at, you know, does this person embody this? Action, assertion, logic, and reason with strength, which allows progression forward. Okay, or is this your energy here, Cancer? Okay. And remember, like, if this person is very wishy-washy with you, and isn't kind of holding space for you, Cancer, you know, it's good to take a look at and see, you know, do you feel safe in this connection? All right, and we see healing the soul's DNA. Pain, which has embedded itself into the soul's DNA, doesn't have to define our future. By facing our deepest hurts, we heal, okay? And I actually feel like that's more of a message here for your person because of that Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, obviously, it could indicate there's a need for healing within this connection, for those of you where this is a reconciliation. But I also feel, Cancer, the advice here is also to just remember that, you know, the past doesn't have to repeat itself. You've learned karmic lessons. You know, and it may be a time for you, instead of focusing so much on this person, to focus on what needs to be healed. All right. And at the bottom of the deck here, we see detachment. Subtract your own agenda from the goal. Let go of the tight hold you have on this situation, as there's a higher power at work. So try not to be too married to the outcome here, Cancer, and you'll see how things unfold. And whether or not this is your person, whether or not this is the connection you're meant to invest your time and energy into. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it here. I do hope these messages help. Sending you love and light. Take care.